This sheep was brought to the region somewhere between the 10th and 11th centuries during the Viking invasions of Western England. A piece of local folklore once suggested that the Herdwick sheep came from a wrecked Spanish Armada ship. This is a dual-purpose breed which produces a strongly flavored lamb and mutton and a coarse gray wool. This is a slowly maturing breed which is one of the most hardy of all the British hill sheep breeds, withstanding the cold and relentless rain of the Lake District at heights upwards of 3,000 feet. Now, most Herdwicks spend winter on the fells from approximately December to April. They are territorial and normally just left to graze freely on the hillsides without any additional feed. And they tend to stay in their area, their heft, and they have a great sense of direction. Now, due to the rough conditions on the fells, lambing losses can be as high as 25%. This ability to thrive unassisted is part of the reason fell farmers so highly value the Herdwicks over much higher producing lowland breeds. Now, this wool has unique qualities that's related to durability. They've been known to survive under a blanket of snow for 3 days while eating their own wool. But in 2001, there was an outbreak of foot and mouth disease in England and Wales. Of the estimated 100,000 Herdwick sheep present before the outbreak, 25% were lost. They were not easily replaced because the long-standing herds are heft, so the introduction of new stock to the fells would have required extensive fencing. Now, in 2008, an Oregon sheep farmer began importing semen from the Herdwick rams into the United States to begin a breeding program using artificial insemination and designed to bring the breed to the country for the first time. Now, the picture on the right with the sheep with the gray wool, boys' night in or boys' night out is what I'd like to call this picture. Herdwick tups, or the rams, are often kept together in bachelor flocks when not let out to cover the ewes. So they're having guys' night, looks like, or guys' day in. Now, here's a fun fact. Now, Beatrix Potter, or also known as Helen Beatrix Potter, born July 28, 1866, was an English writer, illustrator, national scientist, and conservationist. She is best known for her children's books, including The Tale of Peter Rabbit, in addition to her 23 other children's tales. Now, with the proceeds from the books and a legacy from an aunt, Potter bought Hilltop Farm near Sonry in 1905, and this is a village in the Lake District. So over the following decades, she purchased additional farms to preserve the unique hill country landscape. In 1913, at the age of 47, she married William Hellis. And in later years of her life, which I'd like to call her glory years over 50, the children's author was involved in keeping and breeding Herdwicks and even acting as the president of the Breed Association for a time. Between 1930 and 1938, she won a number of prizes for Herdwick ewes at the shows. So there's one picture of her with one of her winning ewes. She continued to write and illustrate and to design spin-off merchandise based on her children's books until the duties of land management and her diminishing eyesight made it difficult to continue. Now, Potter died of pneumonia and heart disease on December 22, 1943, at her home in near Sonry at the age of 77. She bequeathed 15 farms, a total of approximately 4,000 acres, to the National Trust. As per her instruction, all continued to graze Herdwick flocks. She is credited with preserving much of the land that now constitutes the Lake District National Park. Now, Herdwick lambs are born black, and after a year they lighten to a dark brown color. And after the first shearing, their fleece turns further to gray. A Herdwick's gray fleece is not easily dyed and is coarse, so it's best suited to use as carpet wool. This wool is also an excellent insulator. You can buy it as sheets of fireproofed wool to fit as loft insulation. Now, Herdwick lamb and mutton has a very distinct taste and was eaten at Queen Elizabeth II's 1953 coronation banquet. Now, the ewes also commonly produce desirable market lambs and mules by crossbreeding with Suffolk, Cheviot, Charolais, and Texel sheep. Now, the wool of Herdwick has unique qualities relating to durability. It consists of 4 types of fiber: wool, guard hair, kemp, and heterotypic hair. It will range in staple from 3.5 to 5.9 inches, but it's also been known to range anywhere from 5.9 inches up to 8 inches. These combined fibers form an insulating and protective barrier against the elements, and is how these sheep survive high in the fells in the winter. Now, shepherds claim Herdwicks to be the first of the fell breeds to dry after a storm, and in my experience, it was extremely quick drying after being exposed to water. In England, this fiber is primarily used in the production of outerwear, carpets, bags, and home insulation. So it is a very durable fiber. Now, here are my thoughts. Here's the sample that I spun, and I will show you in a moment. I'm going to show you actually what it was like when I'm spinning it. Comb again is what I'd like to call this. So drafting roving off the comb was extremely frustrating. I found that the fibers did not want to drag a continuous flow behind them. It was like handfuls of one staple length of one type of fiber. Now, carding made a really nice bouncy roll lag. So using high twist, I found it was possible to woolen spin a fingering weight yarn. If you'd like more, or looking for a fun group to spin with, join us in our live spin studio. Drop in to see what the fun is all about. We meet on Wednesday nights as a group at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can get our virtual meeting link at Yarnsie.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like on Facebook. It's always nice to know you're liked. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, as well as our Ravelry group, which is Camp Yarnsie. Thank you, Yarnsies, for watching and supporting us, and we hope to see you soon. Don't forget, you can find the links to all of our fun-filled weekly events, as well as our virtual fiber festivals, at our website, which is Yarnsie.com. I am Lindsay Lichtenstein, the founding director of Camp Yarnsie. Once a Yarnsie, always a Yarnsie. Have a great day!